Welcome to Cooking with Bae. I'm your host, Lindsay, also known as Animal-Based Bae. Today we are cooking protein-packed, fluffy pork and cheddar egg bites. Who doesn't love egg bites? And I've got a secret ingredient in here that offers you 15 grams of protein within every bite and also offers you that fluffy texture consistency. So stop buying Starbucks egg bites because they are not doing you any favors. They are full of chemicals, additives, and just weird ingredients that aren't really healthy when you can make your own egg bites from simple ingredients and you can take them on the go with you. Just, when you're out holiday shopping or what have you, taking the kids to sporting events, just grab them and go. So let's jump into it. But first, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And also hit the notification bell. That way you can receive any updates or when the next recipe drops. You will need eggs. You'll also need some pork. Now, you can use anything you want. You can use bacon, you can use pork ends. I'm using, this is actually called a copa chop. And so essentially what you want is just that pork bacony sort of flavor. So I'm gonna chop this up into real nice bits. It's a nice fatty cut, which is what I'm going for. So you can do that. Then also you'll need some cheddar cheese, and then you'll need some salt. And then the secret ingredient. So stick around and I'll tell you what that is. Okay, so we're gonna start with our pork first. So what I like to do with this, again, any type of cut you want with your pork, I like to cut them up into little bits. That way they can just disperse evenly when you do mix it in with the egg mixture. Now this is corn and soy-free pork, which is where I like to source my pork from, is farms that do use feed that doesn't contain soy or corn. So we're gonna do another cut here. See how I'm making them real small here into like little bite-sized bits. So now that it's all chopped up in nice little cubes and bits, I'm going to put this in a cast iron skillet and cook them. Like I said, cook them as you would bacon or pork ends or anything like that, and in the oven at 350 just to get them nice and crispy. So dropping them in and just kind of moving them around so that I can really get them nice and crispy. That really makes a wonderful egg bite to get that full rounded pork crispy flavor. All right, let's pop these in the oven. While that is crisping up, we're gonna go ahead and start our egg mixture. So I'm gonna take 6 eggs and drop them in the bowl. So this is where I'm just going to really combine all of the ingredients. Also, corn and soy-free eggs. This is by a farm that's really close in Brenham, Texas over here, called Shirttail Creek Farm. No, you can't get the eggs delivered to you, but you can get their meat. Okay, so I'm gonna whisk my eggs. Just start combining them. One of the other reasons why I love Shirttail Creek Farm, just beautiful color, how pasture-raised eggs should be. Then I'm going to add, this is half a cup of secret ingredient, cottage cheese. That's right, packed full of protein, and it gives you that fluffy texture. So I revealed it, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna put half a cup of cottage cheese in there. Now, don't fear cottage cheese. I used to when I was little. I was like, it's a texture thing, but it's probably one of the best things I've reintroduced in my diet since going animal-based. It's so tasty on burgers, it's tasty, sweet and savory. And like I said, it adds phenomenal textures to these egg bites. So I'm gonna go ahead and whisk that up here in this mixture. Combining. Then I'm going to shred the cheddar cheese. This is cheddar cheese by Raw Farms, a dairy farm out in California. So I'm gonna go ahead and plop the 1/3 cup of cheese in there. Add any extra bits. Give that another whisk. Let's go ahead and add salt. Now this is Redmond's real salt. I'm going to add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in there, because again, you could always add more salt. The worst thing you can do is just have it be too salty. So I always go lower and then add to my liking, right, and to my taste. So Redmond's real salt, a microplastic-free salt, which I love, because plastics are not your friend in the body. Okay, I'm gonna give that another stir and another mix. Great. Now we have our mixture ready to go. Let's check on the bacon. Pork is ready. Let's pull that out. And this is the kind of crispiness I am looking for. This is just, it's beautiful, right? Just like your favorite bacon cuts. Okay, I'm going to add the pork bits into the bowl. Sure, there's some extra grease. Why not? It's flavorful. Go ahead and put that in there. Whisk it into just, you know, just so that every bite gets a really good portion size of pork. So next, I'll pour the mixture into these ramekin bowls and make my egg bites. So you can choose what you like. If you like ramekin bowls or maybe muffin cups or things like that, depending on your size egg bites. The reason why I don't use the other ones, and I'm gonna go ahead and grease them with ghee actually. And so while I grease them with ghee, I'll tell you why I choose not to use the muffin pans and tins. So you can use ghee, you can use butter, you can use high quality olive oil if you'd like. You can also use tallow. I don't like tin pans, or sorry, tin muffin tins or whatever, whether it's aluminum, Teflon, you name it. They have chemicals that leach onto your foods, and I don't like that. So BPA lining and all of that jazz. So lining these muffin cups so it's easier to pull off when they're ready. So I'm gonna take the mixture, and I take my 1/3 cup of measuring cup, really, and I just go ahead and pour them in. They're about 1/3 of the way up these specific cups. So I'm just gonna pour them in here into equal parts. All right, so I will take my ceramic ramekins. Okay, lead-free and cadmium-free, by the way. Non-toxic cookware for the win. And I'm gonna put them in a glass baking sheet just because it's easier for me to carry. There's no really crazy cooking reason why, just easy to carry. And plop them in the oven. So for these ones, depending on the size of your oven, I will set my oven to 20 minutes and start checking on them, plop a toothpick in them just to see their doneness. So anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes, honestly, again, depending on the size of your egg bites. During our wait time while the egg bites are cooking, I like to do bite-sized movements. So during a busy season, such as the holiday season, you can incorporate 15 minutes of these little bite-sized exercises. I like to call them snacks in between you're running around so that you can still prioritize your health while also getting a little bit more movement in throughout the day. Check it out. Woo! Those look delicious and will not disappoint. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take a little spatula and get around the edges there and loosen them up. Once they cool down, it'll probably be easier to take them out, but I'm a little impatient, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them out and then put them on the plate here like so. Now to enjoy the creation. These protein-packed, fluffy egg bites, pork and cheddar, are super delicious. And again, when you're in the kitchen, you never know what you could create. And so on the spot, I added this really nice moist topping, which was just a little bit more of the leftover eggs that I scraped off of the bowl, and some cottage cheese that I just drizzled on at the end. So that was a nice touch. I wasn't expecting that, but they look beautiful, and I'm very excited to have them, as well as Choxy is here today, and she is going to have some too because these are dog friendly. So let's go ahead and enjoy them. I'm gonna give some for Choxy. We're gonna cut this in little bite-sized pieces. Also, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe bell, or subscribe button rather, and hit the notification bell. Okay, she's gonna eat it. If you are interested in seeing more recipes or being alerted when any sort of news and giveaways, as well as new recipes, and maybe even another pet food recipe comes down the pipeline. Also, I have linked in my animal-based beginner's guide and also a holiday menu down below. So if you're interested in exploring more of these recipes in a downloadable PDF, check the link down below. I'm going to enjoy these egg bites.